Hello and welcome to the PowerMax Mini Challenge. We're back at Brands Hatch for the Mini Festival, and what better place than here to find some superb slipstreaming mini action. We're back to split races this round between the Cooper class and the JCW and F56 Gen 3. The Coopers are up first. They actually already raced yesterday, so here's Ben with the results.
And it was a close win for Nathan Harrison, who edged out Max Bladen into second place, and it was Martin Poole who completed the rostrum just clear of Ricky Page and Simon Walton.
Max Lever and Ricky Page had an interesting outing yesterday, but it's resulted in them both being up front for the second Coopers race at Brands, with Ricky Page taking the pole.
The Brands Hatch Mini Festival is always one of the highlights of the season in the Mini Challenge, and the Cooper cars fielding a very healthy grid this weekend, headed then for Ricky Page with Max Lever alongside him on the front row of the grid. Let's have a look at the top 10 in full, with Page and Lever on the front row. Then it's Simon Walton and Martin Poole from Max Bladen and Mark Wakefield. Watch for Nathan Harrison from 8th on the grid. He should look to charge up through the order as Adam Davey comes into position. The 5-second board is shown to the drivers as the heat shimmers off the Mini Coopers. We're about to go racing. Little bit of creeping, and away we go now. It's a brilliant start from Ricky Page. He judged that absolutely beautifully. Also well away is Simon Walton in the silver car, but it's the white car of Max Lever who goes elbow to elbow with Ricky Page as they swoop downhill through Paddock Hill Bend for the first time. 20-minute race for the Coopers. They then climb up Hailwood Hill into Druids, and Page trying to build that buffer early on. It's been a good start from Henry Neal, but they're all cleanly through, which is the most important thing. Adrian Norman's also gained a couple of places from his 8th row start. Meanwhile, around Graham Hill Bend, already Page breaking away from Max Lever, and then we've got Walton and Wakefield next along. But what you've got to remember in the Mini Challenge, particularly in the Cooper class, is that slipstreaming is absolutely key, and therefore these gaps can disappear in the blink of an eye. Martin Poole just applying a little bit of pressure now to the car of Simon Walton as they pick up the pace out of Clark Curve through to complete the first lap, and Walton has got a superb toe on Max Lever and may well challenge into Paddock Hill Bends here. Lever sticks to the inside of the road. He's going to make Walton do the hard work. Walton looks to the outside, then ducks back into tow behind Lever as they swoop downhill. Martin Poole in car with him, very cool, calm and collected, letting the car do the hard work in these early stages. Through Druids they come, and look at how Max Lever has already closed back up onto terms with Ricky Page. Well, as straightforward as it looked in car from Martin Poole, you can see them all squirming around as they fight through Graham Hill Bend and then sprint along Cooper Straight. Here is a replay of the start in car with Darren Chat. It's a good start from down. The problem is there, he was delayed by that slow start for Max Bladen, then contact as he tried to avoid being boxed in. The net effect was, unfortunately, despite his good getaway, losing a little bit of ground to John Attard and Nathan Harrison through paddock for the first time. So Ricky Page just being hunted down a little bit by Max Lever. The tactics coming to the fore. You get the sense that Simon Walton, Martin Poole, now Nathan Harrison, the red car, are all just working together with Lever to try and bring that gap to Page back down. There is Harrison, the red car with the black roof, the winner of race 1. He is in the tow absolutely perfectly behind Martin Poole as they hurtle towards the braking zone at Paddock Hill Bend. Poole just squirms a little bit sideways, but now Harrison's got a good run as they climb up Hailwood Hill, and Nathan Harrison should be able to get through here. He's got the inside line on the brakes for Druids and glides past. Textbook move. There is Max Bladen, already sporting a couple of battle scars as Harrison makes that move stick. Next target then, Nathan Harrison, is Simon Walton. He's already onto terms with a small flight back car. Here then a look at how it all felt for Martin Poole. A little bit of a correction on the way into Paddock Hill Bend, just not carrying quite as much momentum as he would have liked, and by this stage already Nathan Harrison is alongside. Martin turns in, but Harrison is through. what can Paul do to fight back? Meanwhile, right at the front of the field, Max Lever is now onto terms with Ricky Page. The pair of them flash over the line once more. Well under a second between the pair of them as Page just dips the car sideways, runs out over the curb, climbs the hill. Lever looks to the outside and he's forcing Ricky Page to drive defensively. That's what Max Lever's looking for. He saw in Struers then that Page was just in the middle of the road. He couldn't risk leaving a gap to the inside and again into Graham Hill Bend, but Lever makes the mistake. He puts two wheels on the dirt and that just flicks him sideways momentarily, and he's slow now down the Cooper straight, and suddenly it opens up for Simon Walton. He draws alongside Lever, and Ricky Page, in the blink of an eye, it was a minute error, and now he's suddenly got a couple of seconds worth of advantage. Walton sneaks through into second, but already Lever looking to fight back, quite literally bumper to bumper stuff between the Coopers. Along the Bramham Straight they come once more, and well, here is Mark Wakefield, who's now raced his way into contention, and he has got Nathan Harrison with him for company, so they've dropped Martin Paul. Again, plummeting down through paddock and then immediately uphill towards Druids. He'll fan out on the brakes into Druids, part defence, part offence. As this turn, it's Walton who makes the mistake. He drops two wheels over the curb on the extra Druids, and that means that he just has to be a little bit cautious through Graham Hill Benders. Again, Lever goes sideways. Also across the grass is Simon Walton, and that promotes the dark car of Mark Wakefield. It may also promote the red machine, indeed it does, of Nathan Harrison. Two very small mistakes from Max Lever, but they've both been punished. There's a much bigger error from Simon Walton as he flips the car sideways at Clearways, and he loses out to Wakefield. Understandably, Harrison in tow. Meanwhile, here is Joe Polly, busy doing battle with James Goodall. It's the beauty of the mini challenge. Wherever you look, there are always battles going on. Grace Williams here is leading Adrian Norman, and also making good progress. That's Rebecca Ryder, but she has now got the race leader Ricky Page hurtling onto her tail. Nathan Harrison up to second place, easing to the inside of Wakefield at Druids. On towards Graham Hill Bend. Left-hander, they almost flick up onto two wheels. These Mini Coopers always produce great racing in the Power Max Mini Challenge. But for now, Ricky Page would appear to have a reasonably comfortable advantage as the clock ticks away, but Nathan Harrison should not be discounted. He has been incredibly entertaining all season long. And while Adrian Norman still on the tail of the white car of Grace Williams, and Norman a little bit sideways as he just caught the tail of the car through Graham Hill Bend. Meanwhile, Harrison is now on to terms with Ricky Page, and this is the last lap of the race. Well, Page has led ever since the lights went out, but Harrison, has he saved the best to last? The extra from Graham Hill Bend will be crucial, and Harrison absolutely nails it. Perfect apex from Nathan Harrison. He can then use the slipstream to close onto Ricky Page's tail as the pair of them then jink through Surtees. Page just needs to fend through Clearways. Is Harrison close enough for a go? He sees a gap and launches to the inside of Ricky Page, who closes the door a little bit too late. Now it's going to be a drag race to the flag, but Harrison has got a shorter distance to cover as he draws alongside Ricky Page. The checker flag is ready and waiting. Who's going to take the win? The flag goes out, and it's just Harrison by 19 thousandths of a second from Ricky Page, with Mark Wakefield completing the podium. A look then at the final classification. Harrison wins it from Page and Wakefield. Simon Walton in fourth from Max Bladen and Henry Neal. So celebration time for Nathan Harrison on the podium as he was laden with goodies, including the Scalextric set. Crucially, it's the reverse grid draw for the final race of the weekend, and it will be the top five reversed. Simon from SVR hands it for the cameras.
Nathan, you were really quick. You had some really quick laps in there, but what a fantastic finish.
It was an awesome finish. Started in P8 and we come all the way through, working with Mark like Harting days, picking them off one by one. Managed to do Ricky on the last corner and last lap.
We're literally first lap, ABS lights on, and all the tight sections of the circuit. I was locking up off the line, and I was just a matter of time before these guys got back on me. I knew they were coming, and fair play to Nathan. great overtaking manoeuvre on the last lap, and it did seem like the longest race of my life, if I'm honest. I kept coming round thinking they got away with the checkered flag this time, but nothing. But fair play.
Caught Simon, overtook Simon, brilliant move there, and Nathan then come past me in a straight line. He's quicker than me in a straight line, you know. In certain parts of the track I'm a bit quicker, you know. Got past them, worked together to catch Ricky, and we caught him, and then Nathan managed to squeeze through the great move, and I managed third, so really happy.
Some fantastic close racing there, and that's what the mini challenge is all about. Commiserations, of course, to Ricky, but what a fantastic final lap. So exciting. Loads more to come here at the Power Max Mini Challenge. It's the Gen 3s and the JCWs when we come back after the break.